Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and I'm downtown in the new Berczy Park, as you can see from the sign. We are down, that's Wellington to my right, and that is Front Street to my left, and we are just a little west of Church Street. You can see in the background there, that is the world-famous Gooderham building. And if you're looking at this thinking, David, why are you panning down and showing me the ground? Well, guys, it's because I love what they have done with this new park. They've put some grass over here to my left, which is great. That's a good place for families to have picnics. Dogs run around, but no, in the background, when you can see right there, there is a giant dog fountain. And it's funny because I look at this and I think, wow, that's really cool. That's really different. I was talking to a neighbor who said that he absolutely hates it, thinks it's just a complete waste. And I'll walk a little bit closer up there and you can see there's 27 dogs and there's one cat. And I'll provide you with the link of who actually did this sculpture. It's kind of neat to see what they did in the background. Anyways, going off on a tangent here. The reason I like this park, guys, you know that I'm very critical when it comes to government and how they spend their money and what they do with it. I look at this park and I see something like, if you've ever traveled in Europe and you've been out in a market, if you've seen people, in this area here that I'm showing you, this is a great place for people to set up tables, whether you're selling food, whether you're selling arts and crafts. We used to do this down here for Woofstock and Buskerfest, two things that I don't think we have in the St. Lawrence market area anymore. And they used to basically close down the streets and it was a big mess, but now I see an incredible opportunity right here for people to set up shop. And I'm not against culture in the downtown core. I'm not against the arts. Here's in the background, you can see here, this was a little platform. I think I saw the fire guy. I saw someone jump through a fiery hoop or what have you. But then in the background, you've got, and I know this is going to sound cheesy, but like, in the middle of it all, right? We're in the middle of downtown Toronto, huge skyscrapers. You've got some green space. I think it's awesome. And people think I'm this hardcore capitalist and this, anti-establishment God. I don't even know what people say. But look, I'm not averse to this. This is a nice little green space where I could come with my wife and my dog and my baby. And then the baby would cry. And then we would leave immediately and probably fight because I think that's what happens with babies. Anyways, it's just a nice spot. As you can see in the background here, you've got a few people, looks like tourists are taking a few pictures of that. And why not? As I said, it's a cool sculpture. I'll provide you with a few links to it. And it just sort of fits, guys. I mean, in the background over my right here, you can see some of the original Victorian buildings. These date back to the 1860s, 1880s. They're absolutely gorgeous. And it's just such a nice backdrop for this park, right? And I've been a big fan of this area. As I said, I've been living here for 10, 12 years. Here in the background is the Berczy, which is the condominium, 55 Front Street, which is very popular. And over on the left side, obviously, as I mentioned, is Wellington. So here's the Beardmore building. You can see the name there. Beautiful. They don't make them like this anymore. And look at this row, okay, over here. That row just kind of fits. And they've continued at the base of the Berczy at 55 Front with that red brick. So it just ties the area together really well. And, as I mentioned with the Corktown area in the past, it's a great spot, that new Sherbourne Commons park that I think I did a video on. And here we are again with the backdrop of the city. So I think, come down here once it's open, come down here in the summer. I think there's going to be more, again, I'm not the guy that's coming down here looking at, for jazz music and that sort of thing. But I just think we've got to have a little bit something more. We've got to have more public space. And this is what you get, as I said, when I've traveled through Europe and you see open spaces like this. Lunch hour, everyone's eating food. Why aren't we having food carts out here? Why aren't we having on weekends? I'm not talking about the guy playing his banjo like in the subway, but I'm talking about the things that we used to have down here in this area. The Buskerfest and Woofstock, we don't have anymore, and I think it's a shame. And I think this is going to open up, and it's going to be fantastic. So get another look at it here. Yes, there's an orange fence up, and you're not supposed to go on the grass, but for good reason. They spent a lot of money on this. And oh, by the way, that's the best part. This thing actually came in on budget. So there it is, guys, Berczy Park. Berczy, of course, named after William Berczy, who I don't think founded Toronto. I think it was Markham, modern-day Markham, with John Graves Simcoe, who, if you've watched A&E's Washington Spies, is such a bad guy. But in the end, we named a street after him. Great show. Actually, I'm really off on a tangent now, but you should definitely check that out. Turn Washington Spies, it's called. I feel like I work for A&E. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today for Berczy Park. Come down and take a look. That guy is definitely going to find my car, which is double parked, and write me a ticket. So I am going to go. But yeah, come down, check it out. It's going to be an awesome place in the summer, and I will be sitting right here with my wife and my baby and my dog. Fantastic. Can't wait.